Drinking at that Moe's, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's also mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinkin at Moe's, where we don't quit. Drinkin at Moe's, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, always a scream.
All right, everybody, taking time out before we get this show started. I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinkin' at Moe's be a brand ambassador for their clothing line. They got good stuff. They got t-shirts, they got hoodies, they got beanies, they got lots of great stuff, encouraging everybody to break out of their comfort zone, live their best self, and hey, it's something I try to live every day. Now, be sure when you go and you're filling out your order, use the code Drinkin' at Moe's, get 10% off, and the link and the code will both be in the description. Let's fucking go. All right, everybody, welcome to Drinkin' at Moe's, my 2 cents. Big Mo here, Nate here, you know the drill. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Hit the like button with a damn muscle buster like your Samoa Joe.
Sweet
Let's
Tooth?
go. What?
Sweet Tooth?
I didn't say no fucking sweet tooth. I mean, I might have a little bit of a sweet tooth, but that's
Oh, you know,
that's a whole nother
that's
story.
a whole nother story. That's
Yeah. Story for another time. Anyways, so after the last NXT play, the PLE, I always call it the play. But anyways,
to realize what you were talking about.
What was it, the Sol Ruka and
Sol Ruka, Kalani Jordan,
their match, that it looked oddly familiar to a past Ricochet Will Ospreay match.
Mm-hmm.
Which, hey, if you got 2 people that can pull off that stuff, cool. But the issue comes with when we'll just say certain analysts make the previous one a 5-star match. Probably would have given it more stars if they had them.
Well,
and then you give the NXT one, like saying it was like a glorified gymnastics thing, and it's like, okay, you got each match, you got 2 people that can pull off those things. That's impressive.
mm-hmm.
I mean, there's people that can pull off, in different amounts, similar moves, but in as rapid succession as each of those matches did, and you got people being able to go out and do that, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Would I say that both were in their entirety 5-star matches? Maybe not. But to go and discount one as a glorified gymnastics competition, I think was doing both of the 2 in that match a disservice.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hell, you look at Sol Ruka and that damn soul snatcher finisher of his or hers. That fuck.
What is it? That flipping cutter?
Yeah, that flip. It's like that just looks impressive in and of itself. And like I recently heard, I think it was on one of the Fightful podcasts, the Sour Drafts, that they normally cover NXT stuff. they were talking about how when she first started doing it, it was like she had to be like, she was doing them from the corner. But now, like in the middle of the ropes, like in between the corners.
Yeah, I remember when she first started doing it, and she had to be right there at the corner. I don't know why. Maybe it's because she was just starting to learn it, and you've got the ropes right there, so you can get a better grip. But then she realized she can do it off of the middle ropes.
So that's something impressive right there, because I mean, yeah, in the corners you got the little more sturdiness there,
a little more sturdiness
than in between there. But then, yeah, wow, it's an impressive sight to see whenever she pulls it off. And yeah, it's been said a few other places that, who said it, because I'm not giving the person any more credit than they already seek every damn time they come on.
Well, the only reason why he's got the cred is because of certain EVPs at a big company just automatically love him, because while they were in Japan, and this is what you're going to catch, while they were in Japan, he was giving them 5 stars almost. They wake up in the morning, oh, that's a 5-star match.
They take a dump, 5-star match.
That was a 5-star shit you just took. Good job.
Hell! But hey, no, I'm not shit talking the 2 EVPs, because I mean, well, I might not be as much of a fan of their current personas.
Right.
They're perfect examples of taking a bet on yourself, not necessarily having to go to WWE, and still being able to make a shit ton of money.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
They are perfect examples of that. So hey, all due respect to those guys. But yeah, it's a little ridiculous that, the kind of the double standard there, for the lack of a better way to put it.
So you talk about double standard. Okay, so we there are parts in that match, and I actually watched the match. I was bored one day. It's like, oh, NXT is on, so I started watching NXT, and it happened to be that match, and I thought it was a damn good match. It was one of those where I don't really watch a lot of NXT, so it's like, okay, I only know them from watching on YouTube. I know that Sol Ruca is coming back from a knee injury. Kalani Jordan has only been wrestling for maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
And she's the first NXT North American champion. Cool. But then, and I thought it was great. And my only drawback to it all was right after that, you had a half-hour commercial for the YouTube special behind the scenes for WrestleMania, which made me turn it off. So I watched one match.
Yeah.
Getting back into that, I thought it was I actually liked it. I thought it was very high. It was a high energy match.
Yeah.
Complete with spots. I mean, some people, if they don't like it, they start calling the ladies spot monkeys. We all know how some people can be. But then I'm the one that brought it up to you, that somebody said it's a glorified gymnast routine.
Yeah.
So here's where the double standard, like we said, if you look back in the old, I don't know what, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, a little longer, some Will Ospreay and Ricochet, back when Will Ospreay, granted he's the aerial assassin, but if you've never noticed, Will Ospreay now, between Will Ospreay then, 10, 15 years ago.
He's jacked.
Well, he's jacked, but he doesn't do the same moves.
Yeah. No,
he hurt his neck a couple years ago, so once he came back, he decided to scale back a lot. He'll still do some high flyers, but he won't do as much.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because everyone's like, oh, well, Ricochet can come to AEW. We can have another Ricochet Will Ospreay Classic. I doubt you'll have it, because Will Ospreay is scaled back. Excuse me. But it goes back to what I said before, that this particular analyst has a hard-on for stuff that goes on over there.
Yeah.
You any American wrestler that goes, or any wrestler that's not Japanese that goes over to Japan and puts on a we would call it a clinic, a classic match, they'll wind up getting 5 stars. You come over here and you put it in front of a WWE or an AEW audience, maybe even a TNA audience, and you might get 3.5 stars. And I don't know why they're doing that for this audience.
Yeah. It would be somewhere between 2.5, 3.5 stars.
And we talked about the double standard. I don't know what he said about this, but Will Ospreay versus Daniel Bryan. Do you remember how that ended?
Oh, the whole neck and
when they're on either corner staring at each other, and both of their finishers, you got to run at them, and Ospreay's the one that caught with his, what's he call it, that hidden blade, that elbow. And it was one of those where it's like, all right, who's going to hit it first? 2 weeks later, week later, something like that. You had Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams for the NXT title. How did that one end?
Similar.
Almost the exact same way.
Yeah.
And how many people are talking about that? Not a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's a double standard. I think it's a double standard as far as one person goes saying, over here, we got 5 stars. Over here, it's a gymnast routine.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're doing that. It benefits the people in the crowd. Well, you know what? Sometimes it benefits for the people sitting at home that just want to watch some decent wrestling and watching some up and comers. The same analyst, when they sat there and said it was a glorified gymnast routine, also turned around and said these 2 girls could possibly main event WrestleMania in a couple years.
Yep.
Tell me where that double standard is standing at.
I don't know. It's a little ridiculous. It kind of goes back to the whole tribalism thing that we've talked about before. That is it's ridiculous.
Yeah, don't get me on tribalism.
Yeah, we won't go down that rabbit hole again. Because it's stupid. Because why do people need to shit on one product and there's all this stuff you could enjoy out there?
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's the same people that would shit on the ending of the Ospreay Danielson match, but then you turn around, you watch NXT, it's like, oh, that was a great ending. Holy Jesus Christ, what the hell? Come on, dude, seriously?
People that would shit on a podcast after only listening to 5 minutes. I mean, I did not say that. Anyway,
no, they won't catch it because they won't watch this far.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, it's whatever. Anyways, long story short, there's definitely a double standard in all of that, and it's stupid. It's stupid.
It is. I don't know why people talk about this guy and put him in just the highlight that they put him into. It's ridiculous.
He's been proven to be full of shit on more than one occasion.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me wonder why anybody puts any stock into any damn thing that he says.
Because he's been doing it for so long, everyone's like, oh, he must be an expert.
Yeah, that must be it, because I can't think of any other.
Unfortunately, a lot of the people that consider him to be an expert are also people that they think he's an expert because he's given them 5 stars. Just 5 stars, 4.5 stars. And the people that don't are like Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff, for one, cannot stand. He's kind of like you.
Yeah. Maybe that's
in a sense. You bring up the name and it's automatic. Oh, yeah, fucking shit.
Yeah. Much like, well,
why did you have to bring up that guy's name?
Yeah, that's what Anytime that you message me about anything that guy has to say, that is the same thing that I tell you every damn time.
I don't
Why
care about that
the hell
motherfucker.
do you bring up anything that dumbass says?
Oh, and the funny thing is that we're doing a show on it now.
I mean, we've done one on it. We've done one on it already.
Yeah, we have.
And then but it's just like, okay, here's another thing. We've done one on wondering why people put any stock into anything he says. And then he spouts off some more bullshit.
But if I remember correctly, that one was about why we listen to anybody that thinks they're an expert. Whether it's that guy, whether it's Jim Cornette. I would listen to Jim Cornette more than I'd listen to that guy. Even though Jim Cornette goes off the rails half the time. And then you got the Yo Boy.
Yeah.
Vince Russo.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not Yo Boy. Bro Boy. Bro. He probably calls his wife. He probably calls his wife bro.
or what was the other one? The glorified John Travolta impersonator from Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, that guy.
That guy, yeah.
That dude's yeah.
Yeah, that dude's a dumbass.
He took over Jeff Jarrett's position as being the human fast forward button.
Yeah, pretty much. Anytime he is anywhere, yeah. Although, has he actually done anything in wrestling?
No, he's basically living. He does some indie stuff. Maybe,
yeah.
People will still flock to see him. One, get his ass kicked, and two, oh, this guy was on TV. Let's go take a look.
That's pretty much all the credit that guy has and deserves.
Well, plus he's also the co-host of Conan's podcast, so
yeah,
probably because no one else wanted to do it with him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Did I tell you the story about how Conan actually randomly messaged my Twitter page, and then the whole thing was getting to be a part of that show's Patreon?
Oh.
And I'm like, after a couple episodes, I was just like, nah. Didn't feel like.
So a wrestler messaged the Drinkin at Moe's Twitter page.
Yep.
And I'm assuming that you automatically thought, oh, Ed being on Drinkin at Moe's. Hell yeah. Let's take a look at join our Patreon page. What the fuck?
Yeah. Pretty much. But yeah, that is about all we have for this one. Like I've said before, not all of our episodes are going to be long ones. Some of them are going to be somewhat shorter. And hey, that's fine. Don't matter to me. Anyways, that is about all I have. I don't know if you got anything else to add.
No, I don't.
Nope, you don't? All right.
I don't purposely go looking for stuff that this analyst says, so I just happen to see it and I go, hey, this would be a good idea. And
yeah,
turned into let's shit on this
guy.
Don't
bring him up to me anymore. Let's fucking go.
Fucking shit.
Okay.
Ass.